beneath it. And notice that the heat of their fire melted the sand beneath it.
And notice that the heat of their fire melted the sand beneath it?
And notice that the heat of their fire melted the sand beneath it.
No one knows for sure, but it's possible.
For sure. No one knows for sure. But it's possible. Well, possible.
That's all for this week's question.
That's
all for this week's question.
That all
That's all for this week's question.
for this quiz. That's all for this quiz question. For this quiz question.
Thanks, Benjamin, for asking it.
Thank Benjamin for asking that. Okay. Thanks Benjamin for asking it. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Finally, I finished my practice. So we should repeat this answer in 5 minutes. Okay.
Hi, it's Doug.
Hi, it's Doc.
I recently came across this unbelievable video.
I recently came across this unbelievable video.
It was taken at a hotel in Texas.
It was taken at a hotel in Texas.
Where on the roof of the hotel, they have this pool that hangs off the edge.
Where on the roof of the hotel.
And it has a glass bottom. Look at this. And it has a glass bottom.
And it has glass bottom.
Look at this. Where on the roof of the hotel, they have this pool that hangs off the edge.
Where on the roof of the hotel, they have this pool. This pool hangs off the edge. Where on the roof of the hotel, they have this pool hangs off the edge. They have this pool hangs off the edge. No. Where on the roof of the hotel, where on the roof of the hotel, they have this pool hangs off the edge. Okay.
And it has a glass bottom.
And its hair and they had a glass bottom.
And it has a glass bottom.
And it has a glass bottom.
Look at this.
Look at this. Look at this.
Would you go in there?
Would you go in there?
Would you trust this glass?
Would you trust this glass?
Someone named Benjamin has a question about glass.
Someone named Benjamin has a question about glass.
Let's give him a call now.
Let's give him a call now.
Hi, Doug.
Hi, Doug.
Hi, Benjamin.
Hi, Benjamin.
Question for you.
I have a question for you.
How's glass made?
How's glass made?
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
It's funny, right?
It's funny, right?
Think about just how many objects around you are made of glass.
Think about just how many objects about you are made of glass. Yeah. Think about it. How many objects around you are made of glass?
Without glass, we'd have no windows,
Without glass, we have no window,
no windshields for our cars,
no windshield for our car,
no drinking glasses or eyeglasses,
no drinking glasses or eyeglasses,
no skyscrapers or smartphones.
no skyscrapers or smartphones.
And yet, it's really not obvious at all where glass comes from.
And yes, it's not obvious at all where glass comes from.
Like if you're sitting there and you have a table or a desk in front of you like this,
Like if you're sitting there, you have a table or desk in front of you like this.
that's wood.
That is wood. That's wood.
I'm guessing you know that wood comes from a tree.
I'm guessing that wood come from a tree. I'm guessing you know. I'm guessing you that would come from a tree.
Or this statue here is carved from stone.
Or this statue here is carved from stone.
You know where that comes from.
You know where that come from. You know where that come from. You know where that come from.
But glass?
But glass
Glass is a material that has to be made.
Glass is a material that has to be made. That has to be made. That has to be made.
How do they make it?
How did they make it?
Where does it come from?
Where did they come from? Where does it come from? Where does it come from?
Well, believe it or not,
Believe it or not,
glass is made by taking a bunch of sand and getting it so hot that it melts.
Glass is making by
Glass is made by taking a bunch of sand and getting it so hot that it melts.
Glass is making by getting a bunch of sand. By taking a bunch of sand, getting it so hot until it melts. That it melts. Getting it so hot that it melts. Okay. Glass is making. Glass is made by taking a bunch of sand and getting it so hot that it melts. Okay. Camera. Shit. Glass is made by taking a bunch of sand and getting it so hot that it melts.
It's one of the most amazing things to watch how it's made.
Is
It's one of the most amazing things to watch how it's made.